Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So I want to make a quick video talking about this right here. You know, again, I've heard that Global is going to have an insane end of the year, right? I could just kind of leave it at that. This to me appears to be the first sort of clue or evidence or something along those lines. So last night, Global released their Thank You Celebration Part 2 celebration info. And the global community went up in arms, flames. Everyone was mad because the thank you banner is nowhere to be seen, which was supposed to have LR Gohan and Goten and LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta on it. The first, banner with 3 featured LRs, which Global has not yet had, which obviously is a very hype banner. And those 3 incredibly powerful LRs should, for Global, be available with red coins. Goku and Vegeta definitely will. Gohan and Goten, personally, I think there's a 99% chance, but it's not 100. Global sometimes does do wonky things. There's no doubt about that, right? Also, a lot of people had their hearts set on LR Kale and Khalifa. Now, listen, I understand. I am the biggest hype beast for LR Kale and Khalifa as the best unit in the game, but they are, in fact, the best unit in the game. Even so, on their banner, which is one of the worst LR banners ever, there is no way I would ever recommend to anyone, unless you're a Goresh level whale, for global players to summon on that Kale and Khalifa banner. It's just so bad. And your chances of getting Kale and Khalifa are so bad compared to a normal unit. So, even though a lot of people are upset that they're not coming, personally, I don't consider that big of an L for global. It's just one of those things where they came out on, April 16th for JP. So it's been a huge amount of time. So I do understand that. Plus, the Universe 6 story event will come with them. So there's details with that. But when the banner dropped, Global did get a banner. It was LR Trunks. I actually probably should pull this up. But it's an LR Trunks and Mai slash LR Goku Black banner. Definitely not a banner to summon. Is it not here? No, I don't think it is. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, yeah. So this right here. This is not a banner that you want to summon on, because it has 12 featured units. JP just got a version with this LR Trunks on it, and it was only 8 units plus him. Then Global decided to add another featured LR to it, but then put another 3 additional featured units on there. This banner's horrible. These 2 are okay. You're really bad. Obviously, you're good. Some LR. You're good. You're good. You're bad. You're okay. You're an LR. You're amazing, probably the 3rd best unit featured on this banner, and then you're fodder. This is just a bad banner. You're just wasting your stones if you summon on that. So, a lot of people, were kind of wondering what was up, and then we get this right here in the news. So, there is a special summoning event coming soon. The way I interpret this news is that there is going to be some sort of global first event, and then a global first banner will be tied to this event in some way. This is interesting. Now, the LR, or the Legendary Goku event, does come with that Goku ticket banner, so I don't know if perhaps this is something similar. Maybe this could be some sort of, companion event to the Legendary Goku event, but it's based around the World Tournament. Global is also getting a World Tournament here, right? So, could maybe the World Tournament be getting a revamp? The chances of that happening on Global first, I think that's a little... Oh, it's right here. Okay. I don't know. The chances of a World Tournament revamp coming to Global first, I would say, are pretty small. When is the World Tournament? I want to pull this up. Where's the World Tournament at? The 5th. Oh, man. I don't know. That's... because we also have a timetable from Kawhi right here. Obviously, Kawhi is, very highly respected in the community, usually pretty accurate when he starts talking about stuff like this. So, he does mention it's uncertain, but the chances are that the event will be released on December 9th. So, if we go ahead and pull the calendar up, that's, 2 weeks? Yeah, that's 2 weeks from right now. If we take a look, that actually is the ending date for the World Tournament. So it could be right after the World Tournament. So perhaps this is related to the World. It could be. Because Akatsuki can't be that tone deaf to where they completely like are ignorant to our complaints about the World Tournament, our cries about the World Tournament being stupid, boring, dumb, horrible, awful, right? Certainly, they have to be aware. Like again, I know that Akatsuki listens very closely to the Japanese player base. I have to ask the homie Garesh if the Japanese players are heavily complaining about the World Tournament or not, because I feel like that is a big thing. But I don't know. I feel like a World Tournament revamp is on the table here. Like it's possible. Seems weird that it would happen on Global before JP, but I mean, listen, crazier things have happened, right? So Kwai says, yep, on December 12th, at the beginning of the next celebration. That's what the URL of the banner points out anyway, but it works one time out of 2, even 3, so wait and see. Okay, so basically he's saying there's a clue here. It could be something, but it could also be nothing. So that is interesting. Let's finish reading the info. Well, I've got it right here. Okay, so special summon event in celebration of the upcoming release of a new event will soon be available. Please stay tuned for the upcoming special summon event and new event. Please note that the event content and dates are subject to change without prior warning, even though they don't give us a date. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess, see, what really throws me off here is the World Tournament announcer on it. That, if anything is leading me to wonder, is this related to the World Tournament and somehow, like in some manner, like a revamp or something? It's him being there. Like, okay, so, I don't know. Let's say it's a legendary Vegeta event, right? Why the hell would they put the World Tournament announcer right there? They wouldn't do that. They would probably show like some picture of Vegeta, right? So this if it's not a World Tournament revamp, this must be based around the World Tournament in some way. I mean, I like this a lot because even though this is, coming to Global first and I'm a JP main, so, it's like I'm watching from afar, like, okay, let's see what this event looks like, right? But this is really good because in 2019, they've given us new Super Battle Road stages. They tried the Infinite Dragon Ball History, which I thought that was an event that they would update as, new celebrations would come, but they just did the 2 stages and dropped it, which is just odd to me, right? We had the 10 new Super Battle Road stages, the Legendary Goku events, Battlefields continuing, Easy A's, Extreme Z area. They're constantly adding more stuff. There's just so much stuff constantly happening. You compare it to the old Dokkan cycle of Dokkan Fest exclusive, and then random banner, and then Dokkan Fest exclusive, and then LR banner. Now there's all these different types of events, and I just have to imagine this is going to be something we haven't seen before, right? And I'm really trying to rack my head, and the only time I can think of a banner specifically tied to an event, again, is the Legendary Goku event and that corresponding ticket banner. So perhaps this could be some sort of very difficult event, and then you get tickets you could summon on a special banner. I wonder if it would have new units. You know what was weird to me? Very odd timing was the Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas did just release on Global, on JP, right? Perhaps they are about to awaken on Global. They could be tied to this event in some way, and then JP would get that in a month or 2 or a couple months. I don't know. All I know is that the cries of Global Shafted were coming a little bit too soon. That if you guys looked on Twitter last night, you saw Garesh say, "Don't summon." You looked around and you saw D-Free say, "Don't summon." Even the homie Rhyme, who, again, Rhyme most of these days is, Mr. Dragon Ball Legends out here. But even Rhyme was on the timeline saying, hey, Global players, you might want to save them stones, okay? So there's big things on the horizon for Global, and this looks like it's going to be the first taste of it. So I don't know. You guys let me know, what you think it's going to be. I mean, there's not a lot for us to go on besides the picture of the World Tournament announcer here. I mean, I honestly, a World Tournament revamp would be just beautiful. I would just, please save me from my pain, Akatsuki. I don't know, but I mean, I have to imagine if that was the case, though, they would probably announce that with shining lights on the Twitter or something like that, right? There's no way they would just kind of sneak a small teaser and then the World Tournament shows up and they're like, oh, surprise, brand new revamp. That's probably something that they would really tease and show ahead of time rather than just go into it. I'm trying to think. I mean, like, Super Battle Road, when that first dropped, all we got was something along this lines where it just said a super new difficult event is coming. And then, we go into Super Battle Road for the first time and we get obliterated. Like, it was just stunning how strong it was. And then the Legendary Goku event was kind of the same thing where it just said, like, okay, a new super difficult event is coming. I think it might have teased that transformation characters would be really good. So, implying that it was super long. And that ended up being the case. So, I mean, Dokkan, I think Dokkan is continuing to improve. Really, to me, the number one way I think Dokkan could really, really do good would be if they would just damn get Global and JP aligned. Like, I don't know if that's a thing with, like, Bandai and Akatsuki where they think they'll make less money if they get both versions on the same timetable, but I just do not think that's the case at all. I mean, you look at something like Cooler. Are you going to tell me that Global would not have spent just as much money on Cooler as they did on, like, I don't know, like some other, like, dude, like, Cooler was insane. Like, if these things are dropping on Global and JP at the same time, like, I just don't think, like, I don't know. I just feel like the game overall, like players would be much more excited if it was on the same, like, kind of, like, sort of track, right? And it's very easy. The only issue is the anniversaries, but that's very easily amended by just having both versions celebrate JP's anniversary in January/February, and then having Global both versions celebrate Global's anniversary in July or whatever. Like, they could even cut the download celebrations and, make that one of the two anniversary celebrations or something like that. Like, I just feel like that would really work. I know other gacha games do that, where both versions celebrate, both versions' anniversaries. I think that's the way to go. We'll see. It definitely seems like, Global probably going to try putting out Global first stuff more often. I don't know. But then again, like, we saw Hit came out in December. Then LR, Gohan, and Goten, and Broly came in May. And then since then, Global has not gotten a Global first, huh? All these months have passed and there has not been any Global first. I mean, finally we're going to get another one with this Android 17 World Tournament card and then this event, but it's been a while since Global has had any Global firsts. Obviously, in the past, there was the Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas. LR Broly was, I believe, the very first one. And then there was also Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't have an issue with Global first as long as they come to JP. Personally, I don't like the idea of exclusive cards to either version. That's why you guys can go way back in time. I was always campaigning for the Heroes cards to come to Global, and I always thought they were going to come to Global because I think version exclusives are dumb, except for, like, the Global versus JP sort of cards from the, like, download celebrations. Like, that's fine. But one thing is, I do think both versions should be able to get a copy of Pink Shirt Vegeta. That's too iconic, like, of a look for Vegeta for, like, only JP to have him. And then, like, I kind of want Bowl Cut Yamcha on JP as well. But, like, the other reward cards, it's just, there's 500 Mr. Satans in the game, 500 Cells in the game, 500 Super Saiyan Gokus and Friezas. Like, those weren't important. So, I don't know. I rambled about a lot of stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Again, Global is going to be hype at the end of this year. And JP is probably not going to be exactly slow either. So, probably starting right now until, like, the middle or end of February is just going to be nonstop insanity for both versions of Dokkan. Like, usually JP, and I think Global a little bit too, they have a little bit of a lull towards the middle and end of January. But, I mean, this year, AGL Super Vegito is going to get his EZA in January. So, I don't know how, like, people are going to be more excited for AGL Vegito to get his EZA than, like, damn near LR banners and stuff like that. Like, if you're a Global player right now, do you want AGL Super Vegito's EZA or LR Kale and Khalifa? I feel like 99% of players are going to pick AGL Vegito's EZA because a lot of people have them. Whereas, Kale and Khalifa are summonable LR. So, like, that is going to be a major event that's going to happen. And again, I think Blue Vegito will get his EZA in December for JP, and then AGL Vegito in January, because that would mirror what happened last year, where SCR Gogeta got his EZA in January. So, this is going to be very interesting to see. These next couple months are going to be crazy for both versions. So, I don't want to see any frustration. I mean, this was good. We got a brand new Global First event coming and some sort of summon thing. Going to be very interesting to see how this pans out. So, Again, let me know what you guys think of all this stuff. I mean, there was so much global news in this last 24 hours. At first, it was really bad, and then now, obviously, with this, there is a lot of intrigue there. Like, what exactly is this going to be, right? So, I do not know at all. I actually don't really have hints for what this is, but I'm very excited to see. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.